Hello everyone and welcome at round 6 of MXGP in Galicia. We are doing our first MXVice live show, and for this occasion we have two special guests, Tim Gajser and Giacomo Gariboldi. Let's go!
In the MXGP ramp qualifying race, Jorge Prado didn't get off to his usual flying start, but from gate 1, Jeffrey Hurlings did. It was he who grabbed the whole shot through the first turn, followed by Tim Gajser, Calvin Melandrin, Jorge Prado, Roman Fevra, Siwa, Valentin Guillot. But Gajser had already taken the lead by the time they hit turn 3. Not done yet though. Gajser still on the same lap, handful of gas, one wheel, off balance, took the lead right back, this time under the watchful eye of Jorge Prado, who then got passed by the number 10 through the wave section on the opening lap, as well as Gajser retook the lead. Prado was now 4th. He then moved swiftly into 3rd with this pass on Melandrin. He then went after Gajser and Hurlings. Fevra was closing in all the time though. Valentin Guillot hung on for as long as he could, but Melandrin, who lost a couple of positions when he got passed by Fevra, was back in the mix. That put him back into 5th. And then on lap 5, Prado spooked Hurlings down the inside, took over 2nd, whittled down a couple of second gap and went after Gajser as Fevra moved into 3rd with this pass on Hurlings. That was a lap later. And then on lap 7, he didn't quite make it stick just here, but coming into land at the start of the lap 8, Prado was your new leader. And from there, no one saw which way he went. Just look behind the monster can. That was Fevra tipping out of 3rd. Hurlings went by and almost lost 3rd as quick as he regained it. Hurlings would hang on for 3rd from Fevra and Melandrin, but from a come-from-behind win for Jorge Prado, winning at the Jorge Prado International Circuit. The ramp qualifying race is 3rd pole of the season from Gajser, Hurlings, Fevra, Melandrin, Siwa, Guillot and Guadagnini. Behind them falls Jonas and Cornelius Tondell. championship now. Gajser just 13th.
Thank you very much that you take the time to speak to us. I think you must be really happy that the sun is shining outside here in Spain.
Yeah, definitely way better than 1 week ago when we were in Agueda in Portugal. Was a really muddy one, but yeah, I mean, was a good one for me, let's say. Just the second moto was a little bit with that crash. Everything went, I mean, it started really well with the going out of the gate, you know, first coming into the corner, but then yeah, I lost the rear, had a big crash in the beginning, and then all the moto was kind of like struggling, you know. In the mud you usually want to be in front, you know, but yeah, was okay, let's say.
And how worse were those conditions? Because we are, yeah, beside the track, we see, yeah, everything, but you were on the track. How worse was it?
I think first moto in the beginning was still decent, but then after 10 minutes when it starts to rain quite a lot, the track became really muddy, a lot of water in the ruts. So it was kind of like, let's say the second half of the race was just kind of like surviving, you know, just to came around, to not stop, to not get stuck, to not blow the bike, you know, or overheat the bike, or, you know, use too much clutch. So I mean, it was really not easy, you know, to ride kind of like with the hat. But then second moto, I mean, they did a great job between the motos, you know, to clean a lot of mud off the track. But yeah, it was the same, muddy, but not raining a lot, you know. So there was not a lot of water on the track, but the ruts were super deep.
What I saw in the first moto is when you were battling against Herlings, that you guys went really for that first position.
Yes.
Was that sometimes maybe a little bit over the limit?
I mean, yeah, I think we all don't want, because then you get roosted, then you can have issues with the goggles, you know, with the bike. If you're behind someone, you know, you can, all the dirt came to your bike, the radiators get full, and then it can overheat. So all these things you have to think during the race. So we all, even Roman behind, you know, we were all pushing, trying to I think everybody wanted to be in front. So I was really happy when I managed to do a pass on Jeffrey, I think after 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. And then I could like pick my lines and yeah, ride the race until the end.
And the second moto, you yeah, had a crash in the start. What happened there? And at the end of the moto, we didn't saw you on the podium. So
Yeah.
what was going on?
Yeah, like I said before, you know, the start was great. Let's say it was just, I mean, I didn't take a whole shot because I spawned just before the line, but I had a really good start. Then coming into the corner was muddy, and my launch control was still stuck in, so the rear was kind of like, you know, light, let's say. So yeah, I just lost the traction, and the bike just came around, let's say. I did like almost a 360. Was also not too bad, but then I had another two crashes that were, especially the second one was quite big, where I hurt my shoulder quite a lot. Yeah, I managed to continue, you know, to finish, let's say, to get some points for a championship. But yeah, the shoulder was super sore after the race, so we decided like to go straight to the doctors, you know, to check, because I didn't have the best feeling. I thought that I broke something. So yeah, luckily after when I did pictures, X-rays, you know, CT, magnetic, everything. Nothing was broken. All the bones were complete, let's say. So that was the most important thing. And then we start immediately with physiotherapist, because we didn't have time, you know. We didn't have a lot of time, because just 5 days later, I mean, we are here. So we started immediately to treat, and yeah, it was not. I got a red plate, and I would definitely love to go on the podium to get that red plate. It's most important, let's say, at that moment. And I thought that it was the most important to start with the treatments, like because I know that from now on the season is really busy. You know, we don't have a lot of time to rest, to recover. So every hour, or I don't know, every 30 minutes is really important.
And now after 5 rounds, you are leading the championship. How are you looking back at the beginning of the season so far?
Yeah, I mean, I had a really strong beginning of the season. Haven't won a GP yet. I won 2 motos and some quali races as well. But didn't put it together, let's say, for an overall win. But yeah, on all 5 GPs I was really consistent, finishing all the GPs on the podium. That's my main goal, you know, because we all know the championship is super long, 20 GPs, and consistent, you know, to be consistent, that brings your championship, let's say, on the end. So yeah, pretty happy, you know. Definitely I would love to win some GPs until now, but hopefully to get that overall as well as soon as possible.
I think you also had a really good winter preparation, and what I saw in Sardinia is I think you have improved a lot in the sand.
Yeah.
Was that also a focus from you this winter?
Yeah, that was the main focus, because maybe in the past 2 years I haven't really ride a lot in the sand. So I saw that, you know, in Lommel and Riola, you know, in the previous years I was struggling a little bit. So this year we were like really focusing on riding in sand to also, let's say, adjust the bike correctly, working on a technique. You know, it's completely different, as we know. But yeah, Riola was really good. Let's say we had nice battles with Jorge and also Jeffrey in the second moto. But yeah, I think we did a good step, let's say, in the sand.
I was a few times behind the podium, and I saw that sometimes you are not really happy about your riding or something else. But was that also a little bit because Prado was winning and dominated a little bit the first 4 rounds? Was it also a little bit that you maybe were afraid that he was, make a gap at you? I
mean, to be afraid, not really, but like, yeah, I think it's not a secret. Jorge was really strong from the beginning, you know, like since Argentina, since the first race. And then we were all kind of like playing catch up, you know, like I was always, let's say, in the pace of him, but never get a good starts, you know, so I have to, he take a whole shot and I had to came through the pack, and then the gap that he make, let's say, in these first couple of laps was then when I came in the second place, staying there, you know, 5, 6, 7 seconds. So I knew that we have to work on the starts. What we did as well during this 2 weeks, 3 weeks break, we were really focusing on the starts, because in Arco, especially second race, I had a horrible start. I was 15 and I had to risk a lot. I almost crashed first lap a couple of times because we were banging bars with the other riders. So yeah, we all know with the team and myself we have to do something on the starts, and yeah, we were working a lot, did a lot of starts in these 3 weeks, and it was good to see that that it pays off, you know, all the hard work. Now in Agueda last week, the starts were really on point, and hopefully we can continue like that.
Yeah, Jorge went to the USA this winter. You were there also at the Monster Cup.
Yeah.
And at that time, yeah, maybe you should also go to the USA, but you never went.
Yeah.
How is that with that plans?
I mean, I was really close to going there, you know. Then many things happened, you know. I was really happy here with the team, with HRC, but also Gariboldi's side, you know. Gariboldi picked me up when I was, let's say, at my lowest in 2013, when I had a really a difficult season. Didn't ride well, you know, like I was struggling a lot with the bike, with everything, and let's say that he was the only one that believed in me at that moment, because that was the only offer that I get. Otherwise, you know, I'm not coming from a family that we have a lot of money, you know, in the past. So it was always a survival a little bit, let's say. So it was really important to get a good offer to be able to continue riding on a pro level, let's say, in MXGP. So yeah, I'm really thankful to Giacomo, you know, from that day forever I will be thankful, you know, that he picked me up and he gave me that chance with the HRC, with the factory bike. And you know, I never forget this, you know, when people help me, because I know from where I'm coming. So that was also because of that was a difficult decision to leave, let's say, what I built over here in Europe and go to America, not really knowing what to expect. You know, it's a completely different country, continent. You know, you're going on the other side of the world. You have to change everything. You have to move there. So it was a big step if I wanted to go there. So on the end, yes, I decided to stay here, and I think I did right for me. I really feel at home with the team, you know, and hopefully also in the future we can continue, you know, and also maybe finishing my career, let's say all the career with one team would be amazing, you know. Yeah, that's, let's say, the story, what happened, why I didn't go to US. But it's not easy. I mean, Jorge is now also there, I see. He's, let's say, still on the age, you know, that if he have to go now. Otherwise, it's going to be maybe too late. But yeah, from my point of view, it's not easy. It's not easy.
And I think you have followed his results in America.
Yeah, I was cheering for him.
Yeah,
I was cheering for him because I wanted for him to do well. I was super pumped when he won the heat race in the mud. But yeah, was good. And yeah, whatever he decides, you know, I think he have to look on himself. Whatever he feels that is the best for him.
And now we are here at his track.
Yeah.
Have you seen the track already, and what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, we did a track walk just a couple hours ago, and yeah, already yesterday when we arrived here, I was surprised. I mean, in a positive way, because the track is yeah, really nice, huge jumps. The ground, the soil looks like quite similar to Argentina, a bit loose. Underneath, I think it's a bit more harder, but have some supercross sections, what I like as well. You know, like rollers, like some triple, you know, jumps, quite technical, quite steep takeoffs, quite steep landings, so you have to be precise. So I think it's going to be good, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Okay guys, that was Arno van der Brink with Tim Gajser at his camper. As you see, we are here at HRC, the VIP truck. That's our next place to be this next 15 minutes. Arno is gonna walk from Tim's camper to here to yeah, for the next interview, and that is the team boss Giacomo Gariboldi. Keep watching.
Giacomo, thank you for taking the time to speak to us. Yeah, we are 5 rounds in the season, and you've got the red plate with Tim Gajser. How are you looking back at these 5 rounds?
Well, I think it has been, a great beginning of the season because we knew that since the beginning it was a very long season, 20 GPs, and team didn't need to be 100% ready at the very beginning. Otherwise, you don't last till end of September. So what he has done, we say to him, just be consistent, be there every round, and this is what he did. Always second, third, always on the podium. He didn't win a GP yet, but he will do it hopefully very soon. But I think it has been a great beginning of the season.
And last weekend was in the mud in Portugal. I think that's really difficult for a team, for the mechanics, puts more pressure on everybody. How was that for you?
Sure, when you race in those conditions, dramatic conditions like this kind of mud, it's very delicate because you know that every lap you can crash or the bike can stop for any strange issue because you have a lot of water and the water can go in the cables. We saw many bikes stopping during the race, so you really look every lap and you hope to see your rider passing in front of the pit lane. And they are the longest 30 minutes that you can experience in racing because really we expect everything, but luckily our mechanics did a great job and Tim was fantastic in all the races. Even in the second moto was great. When he crashed at the start and he came back 10th.
And Giacomo Gariboldi won the first 4 rounds. I saw Tim several times behind the podium that he was not completely satisfied about his riding. Were you not afraid that Prado was making already a too big gap?
No, not really. We were very hopeful about the season because we knew that Prado was arrived at the beginning of the season 100% fit because he raced in US. So we know that team. We have the best team ever this season. I feel I know him since now 2013, and I think this is the best version, the best release. I would say is Gajser 3.0 because really is mature, is fast. He doesn't crash like he used to do in the past, and so. Honestly, we were very confident that we would grab the red plate one day if team stays sound and healthy, Yeah,
because I saw a message from you on social media where you're writing that we have now the best team ever. But when you went into the winter, last winter, what kind of road did you walk to get the best Tim Gajser?
He does, now he has the experience to do everything himself at home in Croatia, he's in Slovenia. He has his own track. He can prepare the track like he wants for the training day. When he needs to go to the sand, he goes to Croatia on a beach, near a beach. So he has everything. He knows how to organize his winter. We just had to do a lot of testing because of the new bike 450, and we did a lot of good testing. And Tim liked the bike very much since the beginning, so that was already a positive start. And with him now after 10 years, you don't have to do and to say him nothing honestly because he knows exactly what to do.
You have also a little bit of bad luck, I think, with injured riders. For example, Ruben Fernandez, Rowan van der Moosdijk, Ferruccio Zanchi. What's the problem with the injuries at the moment? Is it just the tracks, or what do you think?
Yeah, when you see that also other manufacturers from 3 riders, they race with 1 rider, you wonder if the bikes now are too powerful for this kind of tracks. I think also in the past we've seen a lot of injuries, even 20 to 30 years ago. I don't know, maybe this year is a combination of factors that many riders were injured at the beginning of the season, but I always say when you start the season with 3 riders, you end up at least with 2, and that's what I see since I started the team. So it's we know that this sport is very dangerous and they can be out every GP.
And this year you also started the MX2 project, factory team. Where is this idea, where is this coming from?
By myself, I've been always loving MX2 and young riders, because as you can see, all the riders we have in HRC, they started with me when I had the 250 program. So 50. It's a long-term program, so we started with a very young rider like Ferruccio, very promising rider, and soon we may have a new bike for the future seasons. So it's I think it's good to have both class, because at the end the 250 it's the bike which makes the most of sales for the manufacturer. So I think in Japan they like the idea to have the 250 back after the years with Calvin Van Landeren in 250, and we had a super bike at that time. We needed a couple of years to develop the bike, but at the end the bike was really a top bike.
You started the team already years back. Can you tell us a little bit where it starts and when it started, and what a little bit your targets were?
This year it's 20 years that I started the team, so if we will celebrate something, we will do at the end of the season. I started, it was my passion when I was a kid. I used to ride, I used to race, then I had to stop riding for the university, and one day in 2004 I decided to come back to riding myself, and then there I decided that I could help some young riders which had not the possibility to pay for the bikes. So I started the team, but without the idea to go to the big races, World Championship. Then we started winning Italian Championship, European Championship in 2009 with Christophe Charlier. Yamaha, at that time I was Yamaha, for 7 years we've been Yamaha. And Yamaha asked us to move up to World Championship MX2, so we moved with Charlier and Koulas. And then I had a great opportunity with Honda, and now it's 12 years, 13 years that I'm with Honda since 2012, so it has been a long way. We've won 5 titles, hopefully we will win some more, and it has been a great story.
Yeah, because Tim Gajser has won all his World Championship with you.
Yes.
What kind of athlete is Tim Gajser in your eyes?
In my eyes, he's the perfect athlete, the perfect rider you can have, because he's very, they ask me today how different is Tim Gajser from the beginning and now. I think he's about the same guy, very humble, very serious. He still has the ambition and the will to win, which is very important to keep, because after 5 world titles, maybe sometimes you lose that grid to win races, and I think nothing has changed. He's very focused on his work, on his training. I think he's the perfect rider a team can have, and luckily we had him for 10 years and hopefully for many more years to come.
You told us that you started in Italy, then went to the Europeans, now MXGP. MXGP is also growing a lot. For example, Infront announced that they will go to Australia next year. What do you think of the development of the GP series?
I think Infront did a great job, because I remember when I came back to motocross in 2004, the paddock was not this paddock, and the championship was 14 GPs, I remember. And in those 12 years, they made huge steps forward. We've been all over the world with the races. You see the paddock now, it looks like a MotoGP paddock, and I think it's the evolution. Even somebody complained a little bit about these new trailers, but as you can see, the facilities you have here, Of course, you cannot have with awnings, and it gives you also the opportunity to work in a completely different environment, in better conditions for the mechanics, even for the riders when they come back from the races. They have air conditioning. You know, we had a lot of changes in the past 10 years, and I think we are moving into the right direction, going to Australia, maybe one day back to Japan, which is very important.
MXGP is a way of life. Is that also for you? Because when you are here on the race, it's, I think, really busy. But how is it when you are at home? Is it then always MXGP?
Honestly, I'm not often at home because with all this traveling, sometimes, like for example here, I stay out for 3 rounds. So we stay in Portugal, then we move to Spain, and straight we drive to France. So my life is very much focused on the 20 races. And luckily I can bring my family with me, so we can spend some time also in between GPs on holidays. But yeah, I think you know, when you have such a big program like HRC, you have to be focused every week, every month of the year. Maybe just the winter time is a little bit quieter because we do some testing, but we have before Christmas a month where we can stay home and quiet.
We are here in Lugo at the moment. It's a new venue. Do you like it over here, what you see, the track?
Fantastic. It looks like a little bit like Argentina, with the tree, the forest. The track looks very nice, very fast, which is something that Tim will like. No, it's beautiful, and it's nice to have some new venues like this one, because sometimes it's boring to go back 10 years, 15 years on the same place.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you to you.
Success this weekend.
Thank you. We hope. Fingers crossed.